Jumbo fellow adventurers, it's Mike Dooley. After a long weekend, hope you enjoyed yourself, and excuse my absence yesterday. Had to go to the beach, first time in gosh knows how long. This is our spiritual tune-up time, where every day I answer your questions that you post below on Facebook and or Instagram, questions you post the day of a broadcast. Those are how far back I go. Today's question has resonated with a lot of you, asking about giving and paying it forward. Mike, when and how to pay it forward? My question goes to the topic that I believe we all have a responsibility to give, tithe, and pay it forward. Should we be giving as much as we receive? How do we balance what we give for free and when to charge a fee? Well, first off, the really great news, although it might not feel like what you expected, is that there is zero responsibility to give and or pay anything forward. You're here to be free. You're here to follow your heart. By you being you, you're already giving so much to divine mind, seeing things and feeling things with your heart that could never have been seen nor known and felt other than for your existence. You are God's last chance to be you. And you can live in paradise eternally with massive abundance showered upon you and never be a giver in the way that you're asking. So please get rid of the rules, get rid of the notion that you're supposed to be doing something, which implies you could be doing it wrong, which is going to weigh you down with such a weight, it's going to clog your manifesting prowess and make you wondering, what you missed. And it was that you thought you had to be doing something that you didn't have to do. Now, here's the deal. When you understand your divine nature, that your thoughts become things, that abundance is being pressed out to you, you will want to be a free-flowing conduit. Stuff comes, you give. Stuff comes, you give. You consume as much as you need. You consume as much as you want. You can hoard if you like, but that's not the nature of someone tuned in to truth who will just automatically be wanting to give, because you will get to a place where you realize that you're giving to yourself, that you are just another part of that person that's receiving. And I was doing this journaling with my Sarah Landon, The Art of Channeling course a couple of weeks ago. And one of the things that kind of came out was to give. Now, you've heard this before, but it hit me in a whole new way. To give, you are truly receiving, not just the joy of having made somebody else's adventure lighter, but you are that other person. You just don't realize it. And so in the giving, you are giving to yourself. Yet, to withhold is to buy into a notion that there is scarcity, that you are vulnerable, that you might not have a second chance. Now, it's possible that you can just exist and not give without the notion of hoarding, and you're going to be fine and you're going to be rich. But if there is a tendency to hold back out of fear, that's when you lose. To give, you receive. To hold on with kind of a fierce scarcity mentality, you become less. Your possessions dwindle. You're reinforcing a belief that you might not be provided for. You are the people you help, okay? You are that person. And one of my favorite teaching points when it comes to giving, tithing, paying it forward, none of which is required. You're loved and adored anyway, but one of my favorite teaching points is not only will it be the automatic thing to do when you're in the zone of truth, but until you get to that zone of truth, when you're feeling feeble and scared and you're not quite sure if you're doing everything right, by giving, you install a belief made visible through your demonstration, your embodiment of this belief, or call it a hope in the beginning, that you are provided for. When you give to a loved one, to a family member, to a child, to a partner, to a sibling, to the community, to a stranger, when you give a smile, when you give money, when you give anything, you demonstrate an internal belief, whether you realize it or not, that you are provided for. You are provided for. You would never give if you thought it made you irrevocably less. You just couldn't. You would be killing yourself. It would be tantamount to suicide if what you gave was not to be replenished. But by giving, you intuitively know, I got it. It's okay. There's more where that came from. Whether it's my smile or the money I've earned, there's more. There's more. And I have the key. And I have the answer. And it's coming to me so you can have mine. Because I'm provided for. And when you believe you are provided for, so shall you be. This is thoughts becoming things. This is the only karma you got to worry about. What you bring about, no. What you think about, you bring about. What you give, you receive. That's karma. Change the giving, change the thought underneath it, and then you're off the wheel. But as you move closer to the light, demonstrated by your behavior, there ain't no going back to scarcity. There ain't no going back to the old ways of fear and vulnerability. A powerful demonstration to move the wheels of manifestation that sometimes seem to be locked is to give what you most want to receive. Assurance, love, camaraderie, money, clarity, education. Unlock the wheels. What do you want right now? Who else wants it? How can you help them get it? And that doesn't mean you ignore yourself. That doesn't mean you only set up your entire system to give everything away. The question was asked, how much do I give away and how much should be how much should I charge for? How do you balance what's free and what's a fee? What feels right? What feels right? There's no shame in charging a fee. There's no shame in charging 7 figures. If somebody out there is willing to pay it, then that's what you're worth. Or $70 or $7. Most folks in the world today, in your circles, want to pay you. They want to pay you. They don't want your charity. Nobody really wants that stuff. They're only those that are at the end of the rope in fear and limited thinking, and they need a temporary leg up. And if you want to demonstrate that you're provided for, those are the folks you give to. But for everyone else, charge lots of money. If they're willing to pay and you're going to back it up with reasonable services, this is honoring yourself, the divine within. You're here to dance life's dance. You need to feed, to eat. You need to have shelter. You need to have fun. You need to go to great vacations. So take care of yourself and peripheral vision, help others at the same time, whatever feels right. There's no compulsion. You don't have to do that. You don't have to give to receive. But when you get to that place of understanding, that's what you most want to do. But you're so provided for, there's so much wiggle room, you cannot get it wrong. Fellow adventurers, your questions are awesome. Please check out the earlier 300 spiritual tune-ups that are free. They're a click away. Just click below, down under this broadcast right now, and you'll go to the Facebook page, and or on Instagram, go to my IGTV, and there are over 300 spiritual tune-ups on everything from ghosts to Atlantis to financial abundance to what happens when you die and who you really meet, everything. And if you've got a new question, bring it on, post it below. I'll probably answer it tomorrow. Thanks, everybody. Have an amazing Tuesday, and may it be the best of your life so far. Taliho amigos, hasta pronto. And Jen, Patty, Yvonne, thanks for being there on Facebook. Peaceful Goddess on Instagram. Heather, glad you're in the house. Ash on Fire. Adios amigos. Te amo.